MI3 managed to balance the elements of both the espionage of the first and the action of the second, and it looks like the series was finally starting to find its feet. But after JJ was out as director, Brad Bird of The Incredibles was ready to take the helm. Perfect choice. This is a man who knew how to make fun, witty movies with a real sense of adventure. And while JJ set the standard of the franchise with the more spy caper feel, Bird definitely improved on it, and boy, this is where the franchise started to get good. After Benji and Jane, played by both Simon Pegg and the foxy Paula Patton, break Ethan out of prison, they're given a job to break into the Kremlin and steal information on a man named Kurt Hendricks, played by Michael Nyqvist. Ethan and Benji infiltrate the Kremlin using disguises, sadly lacking masks. But it all goes tits up. Kurt shows up, blows their cover, resorting to Ethan and Benji having to escape. Once they're out, the Kremlin is then demolished, leading to Ethan and his team being wrongly accused of terrorism. Now Ethan and his team, along with analyst William Brandt, played by Jeremy Renner, must go deep undercover in order to stop Hendricks' plan for nuclear destruction. Brad Bird really was the right man for the job, using the same style and creativity that helped him succeed with The Incredibles and The Iron Giant. The writing is sharper, the story is well paced, and the missions do actually feel impossible, with gadgets used to help with missions ending up being compromised, raising the risks and giving our characters more obstacles to face, keeping the suspense going, hoping to make it out alive. One example is when Tom Cruise, as Ethan Hunt, has to climb the Burj Khalifa tower using magnetic gloves in order to break into the server room. Unfortunately, the gloves malfunction, resorting to Ethan to use his environment to help prevent him from falling to his death. If you ever suffered from vertigo before, then this may be the movie that brings it on. Dude did it for fucking real, no CGI, the man is a maniac. The dynamic between the cast is strong, with Simon Pegg making a nice addition to the regular cast as Benji, who has now become a qualified field agent. He's smart, funny, loyal, and I'm not gonna lie, his dorky interchange with Ethan on their first mission together was both funny and endearing. Why do I get the feeling this was really Simon Pegg saying this stuff to Cruise, not realising the cameras were on? Jeremy Renner is likeable as Brandt, the field analyst, hiding the secrets that's haunted him, and who may or not be the inexperienced desk jockey he claims to be. Paula Patton is both tough and resourceful as sexy Agent Jane, with a personal stake in this mission, especially against Leah Seydoux as Assassin Sabine, who's clearly having fun despite her short screen time. Tom Cruise also looks like he's having a blast as Ethan Hunt. He may not be as interesting as other characters like James Bond, but he does have likeable supporting characters to bounce off of, thanks to a decent cast, and some good writing. And finding out he had to leave the woman he loved and fake her death in order to protect her does add some tragedy to his character. Sadly though, Michael Nyqvist as Hendricks never really comes across as memorable as Hoffman did in the previous film. Yeah, he's a good actor, but in the end, Hendricks was just another one-note villain, who thinks the only way to save the world is to destroy it. And Ving Rhames as Luther is nowhere to be seen, except at the end, which is a shame, as his character had the most history with Ethan and the lack of his presence is largely felt. And there's no masks, barely any masks, just one that messes up. Seriously, why is there barely any bloody masks? But still, it's a funny, suspenseful, action-packed spy caper with insane stunts and creative gadgets and great characters with witty dialogue. In short, it's fucking fun, and the fun never stops here, as next up, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is up next. And do remember to like and subscribe, but right now, that's me done, and I'm off down to the pub.